channel. Thank you for stopping by. Please feel free to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get into it.
Alright, family, we're getting ready to hear about the wiretap. Let's listen.
Encouraging people to act on his behalf in the streets. Yeah, man. I mean, once you say that, wiretap or anything like that, you want to see something official. But Say Cheese and a couple of other blogs put out this post right here that I want to bring up, where Young Thug is cited in the indictment as allegedly, telling people to get active in the streets and upset at the fact that they weren't doing enough. So let's see. And what is being phrased as is that Young Thug is actually out here encouraging people to act in the streets on his behalf or on behalf of YSL. Now, this is all alleged, and like I said, this is just, straight from blogs. But the story goes on to say this. It says Young Thug was on wiretap multiple times encouraging YSL members to do crimes. In quotes, it says, y'all ain't beat him up or do anything to him yet. Y'all boys getting soft, according to the police. And this is what they're referencing right here. Now, this is allegedly taken out of the whole indictment. I think it's like 100 pages to the indictment. And somebody combed through it and found this.
He said you're getting soft and he's wearing a skirt. Fingernail polish, eyeliner. Okay, and he called his boys babies. Oh, okay.
Right here, allegedly, and it says defendants Martinez, Arnold, Miles, Farley, Quantavious Greer, Winnie, Lee, Trontavious Stevens, Antonio Sumlin, and Jeffrey Williams, associates of YSL, did engage in a conversation where Williams asked, in quotes, y'all ain't beat him up or shot him yet? End quote. It says, then states, y'all getting soft. An overt act in furtherance of the company. So they're saying that right there, if that's on wiretap, this is my question. If that's on wiretap, whose phone was being tapped? Was Young Thug's phone already being tapped? Or was it the person that he was talking to? And we can go on that for days, because obviously somebody in this situation's phone was tapped, and that means that either they were working with the people, or either they were already being tracked and just didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, wiretaps do make it sound even worse. I'm gonna agree with somebody in the comment section, yo. Because if they've got that, I mean, this just gets worse. As this story goes on Young Thug's behalf, things just keep sounding worse and worse. And we about to get to something even worse. That just reared its ugly head.
It is just getting worse and worse and worse, family. He said that. I agree.
An additional case that might be out there that just came back up. You know what I mean? And the guy who broke this story.
Pop goes the weasel. Will you see that? Did you see that? Something just came in from the past. Oh, there it is.
There was a news guy in Atlanta. He actually broke this story. And he broke this news story. There's
Was these bitches asleep when Bill Cosby got caught up? Was everybody high when R. Kelly got?
Another story that he broke as well. That he broke as well. It's not getting as much light shined on it. So besides this, I don't know if this is true or if this is really a part of the case, but to think that Young Thug was out there on phone telling people, and in the way that it's talking, it sounds like a cat just talking to his homeboys, you know what I mean? In the way that it's phrased. So it seems like, man, they might really have this. This might be some real evidence that they got against Young Thug, actually encouraging people to go out there and get active in them streets. And if that's a fact, he's probably cooked. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it funky, man. Cooked, bruh. It was already looking like that before, but now it's really looking like that. You know what I mean? This is crazy, man. This is crazy. No doubt. Y'all do me a favor and run them likes up, man. We should be at a...
Now, the sad part about this situation is the fact that you had previous cases before. You've been in trouble with the law before. And then you continue to come out on the street and continue talking about things as if you ain't never been through nothing. Wow. Wow.
About 500 likes, but I ain't gonna hold y'all. But man, regardless of all that, this next part that we're gonna talk about is this 2017 arrest where Young Thug and Gunna were arrested together. So let's actually bring up this pic. Okay. And there we go. And actually, man, all right, there we go. All right, so, man, let's look at this right here. This is Young Thug getting arrested in 2017, right? And this video is starting to go viral because of the current case that's going on. Now, a tweet from the same news organization at WSVBT TV or whatever in Atlanta says this. It says, exclusive, new body camera video shows 2017 arrest of Young Thug in Brookhaven near Peachtree DeKalb Airport. Now, it goes on to say that, he was basically pulled over and, they found drugs and guns. I'm talking about, like, I couldn't even put the picture up if I wanted to, man. They wouldn't let, because it's so much drugs and guns that they found and a big bottle, of what. Nah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And it's surprised that this case has been under the radar for so long, but it's come back up and for good reason, man. It's like everything is crumbling on these cats' head, man. And it's not me happy about this, but this is wild, man. So the next thing was, the story goes on to talk about this. There was during the traffic stop, there was body cam footage recorded of Young Thug telling the officer, I'm a real superstar. I got kids and everything. I don't need nobody sending me to expletive jail right now. And let's actually, man, let's do one better. Let's actually play that clip of Young Thug getting arrested. Here we go.
Down, need nobody saying you got no real suits. I got kids and everything. I don't need nobody saying you got no down, need nobody saying you got no real suits.
Wait a second here. What is he talking about? Them children gonna see him wearing dresses, tutus, bantus, with them little bony ass, toothpick ass legs and them tube socks, with them men dress shoes, and you worried about them seeing you go to jail as a man? Man, yeah. Oh my God. Dude, you wear lipstick, eyeliner, and Chanel dresses. The fuck you talking about? I mean, come on.
Kids never down, need nobody saying you got no down, need nobody saying you got no real suits. I got.
Okay, look here. Fam, I'm totally convinced that there is no brain up there. I'm sorry. They cannot have one up there.
Yeah, I know it's a loop. It was looping, so it's short. It's very short, but I had to loop it so you guys heard him say it right there, exactly what was reported, right? Now, what's crazy is with this situation, it seemed like the case was kind of going away. It actually got dismissed, but I'm jumping ahead. Let me actually talk about this next important part of that, right? So let's bring up this actual file from the case right here.
Wow.
And that's the case. And you can see that the two people listed in here are Jeffrey Lamar Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug, and Sergio Giovanni Kitchens. Gunna. At the time in 2017, I don't think Gunna was super hot then, and they probably didn't know he was, or they probably would have put his alias there. Now, in this case, it was the state versus those two, and it was like 1 to 6 counts and 8 count. I don't know how that works. It says 1 through 6.
Well, I bet they dreamed for those days right there, boy. Hey, Gunna, you remember back in the day where we was arrested and the state was charging us for 6 charges? Hell yeah, my nigga, that was the good old day right there. Hell yeah, that was a good old day, wasn't it? Because now look at us. We facing 20 years to life. Dude, I feel like Eddie Murphy in that movie called Life. Boss ain't do it. And you look like the Jagger legs.
Counts and an 8 count. And then it says the charges right there. Possession of those substances, and then possession of a whole bunch of other substances. Like I said, like if you was to see the picture of when they put...
Is that the gun line, boss? Yes, that's the gun line. That's the gun line. That's the gun line. That's the gun line, boss. That's the gun line.
Put them over, and what they pulled out of the car is wild. And they even got a window tint violation. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. Now, court records show that Young Thug was charged with possession.
They didn't break some laws. They broke every law that they could.
Of several different substances and possession with intent on all of those same substances. So it was so much that back in 2017, when he caught this case, he caught an intent with those as well. Now, he was also in possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony was one of the charges as well. So it looks like...
So he is a felony. Okay.
He caught all the gun charges and possession with intent charges for those same substances, bruh. And this case was kind of floating around, and man, they had caught a break. Now, in this case, they legit caught a break because it looked like it was going away. Now, let's bring up that picture of Gunna and Young Thug. And my bad for neglecting the chat. But I wanted y'all to see this as the story goes on so you guys can see.
Hang on a second.
Alright, so this is Young Thug and Gunna at the time.
Obviously, Gunna's time, so
dreads were a little shorter. And I don't know, they just look a little different, man. Just a couple years makes so much of a difference. Now, Gunna and an unidentified third suspect were also charged in the traffic stop with Young Thug. As you saw in that indictment, or excuse me, in the case file for that, or the paperwork for that case, you saw Gunna's name listed there with him, right? And that was the two of them getting arrested, and they going through the car. Even on their face. Look at their face right now. Like, they look like, oh, man. Like, what's crazy is all these... Because when they did the raid on Young Thug's crib,
they look so sad. And now just keep in mind right here in this picture that this is the state versus them, not feds.
Right? Remember all the things that he allegedly had in the crib? Like, why is he... Like, okay, I'm not trying to sound brand new or goofy, but dog, this is a lot, like, allegedly, all the things that they said that he had is a lot of drugs, man. Like, this isn't like small amounts. And he keeps getting hit with intents. So for this case in 2017, he got hit with an intent to distribute as well, and Gunna as well. Now, as I said, this case was from 2017, and they had got some good news on this, right? Now let's bring up this, and I want to keep the story right for y'all. Now, and actually, I got the tweet. Let me bring up the tweet. The case actually, here you go. Here you go. Now this is like a history of events in the case, since 2017. A DeKalb judge ruled that the prosecution failed to present credible evidence that a law was being violated when Brookhaven police pulled over the car. The judge ruled that all evidence, including statements, firearms, and supposed drugs, must be suppressed. So that killed the case for this 2017 case for Young Thug and Gunna, right? And I'm pretty sure they was like, thank you, you know what I'm saying, for that, catching a break like that. But this is where it gets complicated, man. So it looks like the Court of Appeals came back recently and just brought this case back up, man. So they thought that they were in the clear. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you get caught or pulled over, and they find all of that. I'm talking about a lot, with weapons and all that. You pretty much think your goose is cooked. And then they came back and said, yo, they had no right to pull you over. So anything they allegedly found, your case is done. Shoot, man, what? All day. You know what I'm saying? Anybody will take that. But then, like I said, the Georgia State Appeals recently came back and looked at it again, and this is what happened. A Georgia Court of Appeals opinion indicated that the state appealed and the appeals court reversed the decision. Now the case is still pending. Prosecutors are waiting for a court to set that.
Talk about bad luck. Yeah, you just skipped off in the wind. Now, you know, a OG would have learned from the situation. You know?
Case on the calendar. And this was just put out there 2 days ago, I want to say. 2 days ago.
Because if you think about it, family, excuse me, I'm sorry. If you think about it, if you had to learn from that situation, then you wouldn't have got caught up in all these other situations, and that would be the only thing that you would have to fight. And then you could go back home. But that ain't the case.
So on top of the RICO indictment, you've got this situation right here, bruh, where they've got this case from 2017, which is similar to the raid at his crib, you know, almost the same charges and stuff with weapons and everything, and it's been brought back up, man. I don't know, man. This is crazy. Young Thug ain't they're gonna be able to get out of jail ever? You know what I'm saying? And
I doubt it.
Atlanta News, they're the only ones reporting on this right now, bruh. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. That's all I got to say. Hey, make sure you hit that like button. We should be at 1,000 likes right now, man. Everybody take your time, hit that like button. But, man.
Well, family, I must say, I don't want to take too much of your time on this video. I will update you on whatever else I hear. But if I'm not mistaken, I think he's finna go into the wiretap.
I just wanted to touch on this definitely, bro, because this is crazy. So it looks like that got reversed, and they're looking to put this case on the calendar. So we'll see what happens. But this is my question. If a judge already threw it out and said it was dismissed because they had no right to pull them over, is this just, I don't know, is this just for show? Or do you think this, I mean, obviously it's been at the Court of Appeals for a while, but are they pressing the issue now because of the current RICO case? And I mean, it looks like they just trying to get them to cop to anything or cop a plea or something, man. Because I've listened to several lawyers talk about, you know, the RICO case with Gunner's involvement. Now, I can't speak to Young Thug because when they ran up in his crib, they found a whole bunch of stuff that's already, you know, that's a bad look. But as far as Gunner is concerned, man, like, you know, it seemed like he had a fighting chance in this. You know what I mean? Now with this 2017 case against him being brought back up and now being put on the calendar, I don't know, man. It's just getting worse. Like I said at the beginning of this story gets worse and worse for YSL, man. And maybe it's designed that way. Maybe that's how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, and man, did I miss somebody's super chat? My bad.
Family, I take the time to thank you for sharing your time with me tonight. Just wanted to let you know what's been going on, the breaking news. And I'm sure there's more. But I'm going to keep these videos up under a certain amount of minutes. Okay? And there will be another video to roll out behind this one within the next 24 hours, okay? I promise to keep giving consistent content. And bear with me, it will get better and better. I'm going to order me a microphone. I picked me one out today. So just bear with me, fam. We got to grow first and get better as we grow. Peace and power, family. Stay lifted. Till next time. I'm out. Be safe.